Welcome, Jeff. Let's get started. Okay, Max, go 1, 2, 4 in FIPS mode. Does it not work?
Uh, it's a new thing. So I don't know
Oh,
if you've
okay.
read the release notes, but so there was this previous unsupported, not real FIPS mode where you could link to borrowing crypto, I think, and then it would be FIPS, but not also not VFIPS. And now with 124, they have a proper FIPS module. I think it's even written in Go. Um, and they kind of froze it and now submitted it for validation. So there will be a native Go FIPS mode once this passes through validation and testing and all these steps. So we're talking like until we get a proper certificate, until they get a proper certification, like 2 or 3 years probably.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I know that at least for SAP, FIPS currently is a big topic, and we've kind of figured out the stem cell part. And I know that there are plans or like there's interest in moving to the application layer as well and having FIPS mode there too. And I was just wondering, I know it's early, but do you know if you have similar efforts planned on Broadcom side? Like, is there also a move towards FIPS for certain customers or
I don't know what the like product rollout or side of it is, but I definitely think people are interested in this. And if there was like an easy way to just be like, yep, now it's FIPS compliant and we run it through our pipelines and we fix whatever breaks, that seems great.
yeah. Because if we would have had to use a fork of Go, that would have complicated things a lot because like
Yeah.
getting another Go package in and then having different build processing
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then producing like 2 releases or what, I'm not even sure how it would work. Um, again, the main issue is that it's not even modular invalidation because it's still, as I understand, in the testing lab. I'm not familiar with the processes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but so definitely just kind of a heads up if you plan on like experimenting in that direction or thinking about how we build a switch, just keep us in the loop. We're
Yeah.
also interested, and I really hope that we can kind of have the patience to wait for this instead of having to do some workaround because someone forces us to deliver it earlier. But let's just see.
Yeah, having it built in would be great. That's awesome. No, I haven't read the release notes yet. You know I'm overwhelmed when haven't read the Go release notes yet. Uh,
Yeah, it's a
that's awesome.
recommended read, I would say.
Yeah, cool.
Um,
Inlining submodules. Is this a new one?
yeah, I thought that maybe it's a good idea to create an issue for it, so I
Mm-mm.
did that. Um, so I don't know, it kind of went under the radar, but we started inlining. So Amelia and I started inlining the some of the submodules that we have in routing release to kind of reduce the double maintenance that we have in some places. It's highly automated, so it's not as bad, but yeah, without submodules, it's just generally easier to work with. The 4 ones that are remaining were having or are having open pull requests, so I didn't want to move them
Mm,
because you would then have some fiddling around with moving commits that you have made on a feature branch to the routing release repository. It's
right.
possible. It's not like, yeah, impossible, but it's a bit of a pain, and it would be easier if we just get stuff in and then we kind of say, okay, let's just hold off on the next thing for a few minutes or, well, days. And
Yeah.
then we kind of do the magic, and then you can start any future work on the routing release repository.
Yeah. I think the big one is going to be the protobuf update and
That
Prometheus metrics
Yeah.
that are active.
So the
Maybe we
protobuf
could
one,
update like the PR template that's like, by the way, we're planning on moving this soon,
yeah,
and just warning them that this might happen in the middle of their development. Because I don't know, how
yeah.
hard is it to move? Like if you make a Git patch, I don't know. Maybe
No,
I'm
that doesn't
naive in
work.
thinking it shouldn't be too bad of making a pull
S-
request.
so Git subtree is actually meant to you could build a workflow with Git subtree that allows you to have a separate repository, and instead of bumping a submodule, you bump your subtree. Like that's a
Mm,
supported workflow, and you would do a similar thing for your feature branch, right? So you would know, okay, I have my feature branch in Go Router. It's based off the same commit that was inlined into routing release. So I would go to routing release, create a feature branch, and then I would pull the subtree forward with my feature branch. And then it should
Mm,
just pick up the commits, put them in there, and you now have a feature branch with your commits from Go Router now in routing release. And you can just open your PR there, and in theory, it
yeah.
should all work. I didn't test it. I didn't have the time for that.
Yeah. I mean, if we want to document that, how it works, I'm happy to close even big PRs and be like, look, this is just how you're going to do it. Because it should be the same. We're not changing code, just moving where it is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So yeah, I can already see that one of the PRs is even mine. That can definitely be closed. June
From
27,
2023, though.
2023. Yeah, I really wanted to do that, but I never got to it. Yeah.
Yeah,
The Prometheus stuff, I would really like to get that in before because it's like
sure.
it's this close.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I can talk to Brandon about protobuf stuff.
yeah, that would be nice.
Can I create? Okay. But this will be great. Oh my gosh, to have a release with all inlined, especially Go Router. For some reason, having Go Router and routing release different really irks me.
Yeah, the routing info, that's the only one where I suspect we might have other importers, but I haven't yet checked. So that's
Mm,
the thing that I still need to do, like check for those that I haven't
okay.
inlined yet.
Oh,
But I'm
yeah.
not expecting Router Distro or Go Router to have external importers. That would be
Yeah.
weird. Same for routing API.
Yeah.
I mean, routing API is submoduled also in Diego release for some reason.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, then that would stay that way.
Yeah.
But the
It
CLI
might
is
be
not.
possible to inline it into. Oh no, because we have to import it somehow. Never mind.
But the
Does it use a
CL,
client for TCP routes? Maybe.
Probably, yeah, for route emitter.
Yeah.
okay, but the routing API CLI is not inlined into Diego release.
No.
No.
Okay, because I did that one already, so that was my fault.
You did check the ones that we did. I made sure, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
tried, and now I was getting a bit, but okay. Then that should be set.
Well,
Yeah, okay.
whichever ones
So
aren't pulled in. So at the very least, Go Router and I suspect Route Registrar.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Great. That's awesome. Thank you for doing that.
Okay, so I would say or maybe I should put a notice in the README first, like put the note that I put in the other stuff as well, just a bit different. I think that's what people are most likely to notice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as a warning note that we're gonna do it
Yeah.
soon, hopefully. Great.
Okay, so then we'll do that for, I would check for Go Router, route registrar, and routing info. And if they are good to go, I would put the warning. Routing API stays as it is. And then we try to merge the stuff to then inline them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then I have 15 more releases for you to do.
No, I would say now you know how it works, right? So then
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Max. Is there
well,
anything else we want to talk about? Okay. Everyone, including myself, has an action item to read the Go 124 release notes. Good seeing you all. I'll see you on Slack.